Good morning. What is it? March the 9th, on the road. Going to Napa Pellis State Park, Texas. We'll see you spring break. Already had our first argument this morning. We'll see how the rest of the day goes. It's Monday morning. It's a 4-hour drive. It's 8:22 right now. We should be getting around 1 or 2. Set up camp, chill, relax, play some games, some canasta, and bunk in for the night. Then all day Tuesday, we're going to be hiking all day. Then Wednesday morning, we'll be leaving home. So this is going to be our first state park trip of the year. Hope to have many more. She don't want to do the intro. She nervous and shit.
Today we didn't prepare.
She don't want to show y'all that country slang slaw she got going on.
On the road for our first camping trip. 2025.
Yeah, damn, 2025. We're getting old. Our first stop, you already know what it's gonna be. Buc-ee's. Oh no, it's Boosie's, huh? You gotta stop at Boosie's. So Boosie's, here we come.
Alright. Put it up, man.
For what? I thought we was gonna record the whole drive.
No.
Why not?
Because there's not a lot to record.
You don't wanna record our banter? I thought we have good banter. I thought we could have made a podcast.
I mean, sometimes, but right now I don't got it going on, so.
I mean, I always got it going on. So you don't got it going on?
Nope.
Why? What's going on? Talk to us. Tell us what's going on with it.
I don't have the banter right now.
Oh, now the camera on. Now you nervous. That's what's going on. She camera shy.
Yo.
Oh, you're going to have to get over that now. Stopping by Buc-ee's was a must-do for this trip. We don't have one by our house, but anytime we leave for out of town, we got to stop by and go to Buc-ee's. You walk into Buc-ee's, it's almost like a Walmart. You got everything in there. Food, clothes, everything. Drinks, whatever you can name. You can probably find it in there. So moseying over to the snacks because we haven't ate this morning. Start looking at all the sweets like usual. The fudge, the cinnamon rolls. Need to get away from that. We did end up getting some fudge, but we also got some real food. 2 brisket sandwiches for me. That's all I needed. This being the first time walking around with the camera really was kind of weird. I'm not used to this. And it was probably funny for the other people in the store to see me as well. But I'm sure over time I will get used to it. On the way to Dripping Springs, we passed through a lot of small towns, or I shouldn't say a lot, but a few small towns. One of the best ones was Giddings. Wasn't able to do any research on Giddings yet, but it was a beautiful small town. I had a main street through the heart of it, had a bunch of the old buildings on either side. Those older style towns that I really love to drive through, and it really like you're going into the past. The drive to Dripping Springs was amazing. I love being out on the road at different areas of Texas. I love it. Texas is one of those few states where you can drive for 5 hours and still be in Texas. We have a bunch of different environments, and I love to see them all. The rocky, the grass, the desert, all of it. And have some forests here, but very few and far between. As you can see, we had a perfect day in the car. The weather was great, music was good, and just couldn't wait to get there. Once we got checked into the park and got our parking spot, now it was for the hard stuff. As we were reading the brochure before we made our reservations at this park, they said the camping area was 2 miles from the parking lot. And when we were reading that online, we didn't think much of it. We thought, okay, 2 miles, not so bad. 2 miles on paper and 2 miles with all your gear, way different. Also, a bunch of elevation changes that made it even extra hard. It didn't help either as we started to trek along this area at 3 o'clock, which at this time, daylight savings time, is the hottest part of the day. So we did have great scenery during this hike, but it was treacherous. All the loose gravel, I think re-rolled an ankle. I slipped a bunch. I kept dropping the cooler. Different things kept happening. A lot of breaks. We did not know this 2 miles was going to be this hard. If we did, we definitely would have packed differently. We met a bunch of people on the way to the campsite. Probably felt bad for us, but they probably did the same thing in the entryway. We're telling us, oh, you just got a little bit more to go. Come on, keep it up. So it was very helpful and kept us invigorated for some of it, not all of it. There were a lot of side trails on the trail to the campsite, and we didn't do it on this walkthrough, but when we walked back to the car, we did inspect and explore a couple of them.
2 mile hike to camp.
We're gonna have some pictures on
all
here.
that fucking shit with the cooler.
There's a bunch of creeks, everything around cliffs, all of that around these trails. So it was very beautiful. It was tough, but it was beautiful. Finally, we make it through, and we finally make it to the campsite. We don't know what we're looking for because we're thinking the campsites are going to be marked off. None of the campsites are marked off. They're just open spaces, and you get to choose where you want to camp.
We just picked our primitive camping location after a 2-mile hike to camp. A lot of cuss words, a lot of breaks, but we're here now. The perfect spot with the perfect shade, and Rhea has to assemble her chair. All right, I guess I'll set this tent up. Head back to the car. Another 2-mile hike to finish off getting the rest of our stuff. Hopefully this is the last trip for the day. Then we can settle in for the night. Hopefully, we'll see. Stay tuned.
First night was rough.
Understatement. The ground was very hard. We're getting very old. A mat will be needed for next time.
Also, remember to put all food items up because I left a loaf of bread out and it is gone. We had a couple of critters at camp last night.
And they stole our toothbrush and toothpaste. So our teeth are trying to part like the Red Sea, trying to get out the way when we talk. So I'm glad you can't smell it through the camera. You might be able to. It's that strong. There's like a mile hike to the nearest restroom. And we're going to cook breakfast, some eggs and bacon. Then we're going to the Pedernales Falls, get some good footage of that. Then we got a Wolf Mountain hike, and then the swimming hole. And that should be about the end of our day right there. So let's see how it goes. All right, we got the Wolf Mountain Loop right now. All together, it should be about a 2-mile hike. Then we're gonna go to the Pedernales Falls, finished off by the swimming hole. Let's see. We've been having camera problems, so we'll see how long this one lasts. We just got done with Wolf Mountain Trail. Now we're on to the Pedernales Falls.
Found this little mystery spring. Explored that for a little bit.
Legs are cooked.
Yeah. No working out when we get home from our camping trip, that's for sure.
We know we're not in the best shape, but we thought we were in better shape than this. Or at least I did.
All right, just pulled up to the Pedernales Falls. We drove to this part because we're over that walking part. But this was like, I think 9 miles from our campsite. So we're not walking that. Yeah. Sorry, I ain't that beastly. But yeah, but this Pedernales Falls trail is supposed to be a 1.8-mile trail. So let's see if we got a little bit of juice left in the tank, and hopefully we got some good pictures when we get to the falls.
Hopefully the falls not dried up like all the other water.
We huffing and puffing. I second that motion.
The iconic Pedernales Falls themselves are a series of cascading waterfalls formed by the river flowing over limestone bedrock. The land surrounding the falls is a mix of rolling hills, rocky outcroppings, and dense woodlands, providing habitat for a wide variety of plants and animals. The falls were historically used by settlers for water, but they also became known for their beauty and potential for tourism. The idea of turning Pedernales Falls into a state park emerged in the 1940s, largely due to the efforts of the local conservationists and residents who wanted to preserve the natural beauty of the area. In 1970, the state of Texas officially established Pedernales Falls State Park. The creation of the park helped to protect the falls and surrounding environment from development and exploitation. Today, Pedernales Falls State Park is a popular destination for outdoor enthusiasts. It offers a variety of recreational activities, including hiking, swimming, camping, fishing, and wildlife watching. The park spans more than 5,000 acres and attracts visitors from all over Texas and beyond. One of the main attractions is the falls themselves, where visitors can enjoy breathtaking views, walk along the trails, and cool off in the river. The park also features historical markers and exhibits that help visitors understand the area's deep cultural and natural history. These include stories of the early settlers, Native American tribes, their conservation efforts that led to the park's creation. Over the years, the park has faced various challenges, including flooding and droughts. In 2002, a major flood caused significant damage to park infrastructure. However, the state worked to repair and improve the park. It remains one of the best preserved natural areas in Central Texas. Today, Pedernales Falls State Park stands as a testament to the importance of conservation, the beauty of the Texas Hill Country, and the region's rich history. Visitors not only get to enjoy outdoor recreation, but also gain an appreciation for the land's historical significance and the efforts that have gone into preserving it for future generations. History aside, the Pedernales Falls was one of my best experiences of my life, filled with so many amazing views and beauties. It was just wonderful to be out there all day. We hiked about almost 3 hours among all those caverns and waters, lakes, and little rivers that we saw along the waterfalls. I wish I could have stayed out there all day, but I was getting too tired. The wind was just a little bit too much for my little drone to get up in the air. But I would have loved to get some aerial footage of all of this, but I couldn't. Unfortunately, we have to settle for these beautiful pictures that we have here. It is amazing what this earth can do. The way that the water has just created these rocks and weathered them over time. It was just amazing to see what the wonders of this earth could do. The smoothness of the rock, the intricacies of the holes that it created through the water holes. It was just amazing to watch and be around. Truly stunning.
That one, we just made it back from the hike. That one did it to us, man. My knees, I'm out of breath.
My face is red as fuck.
But it was fun, and the views were great.
Got a lot of cool pictures.
It was fun.
Ready for bed though.
Yeah, ready for bed. We got another 2. We're gonna drive 9 miles back to the campsite where we got to park, and then walk 2 more miles again. So after that, I think we're done for the day. I mean, shoot. But yeah.
So we just made it back to camp a little bit ago. We're done. We're over it. Nah, we're just worn now, but we had a great time. Left the falls and then went and checked out the swimming hole, and then took a little break in the car and then hiked the 2 miles back up to the campsite and ate some jerky. And now we got these andouille sausages on the little grill right here. That one's getting on fire. That one's blazing.
That one.
Yeah. And yeah, gonna pack up a couple things tonight, get everything ready to make that 2 mile hike in the morning back to the car, and we'll call it a trip. We're gonna try to go back to the falls though, because the wind was too crazy for the drone. So hopefully we can get back over there tomorrow before we leave, and the wind won't be so bad, and we can get the drone in the air and get some more drone footage, because it would be great. Hey, just got back after a long trip, after a long drive. Just got back to the house, just got unpacked, had a great time. It was a great experience. Looking forward to many more. What did you think about everything?
Thought it was good. It was fun. Very beautiful scenery. Nice weather. But I'm out of shape. So the hike in and out was a little rough. But other than that, it was great.
Yeah, that's something definitely we're gonna have to look into, if all the primitive camping areas are gonna be that far from the parking.
Or we just gotta get in shape and work out more prior to
And also pack differently.
pack light.
So definitely a bunch of things that we learned going forward, and we can't wait for many more. Thank you for coming along with us.